My goodness, have any of you ever been talking for so much in one day that you get ridiculously thirsty? That has happened. So I'm enjoying some delicious grape Kool-Aid. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Now, have you ever been talking for so ridiculously long in one day that you not only become really thirsty, but you get really hungry? Like this empty, hungry feeling? I don't quite get it. Most people would take that as a sign to shut up already. But I'm going to go right ahead and keep talking. Zoanthropes. Pew pew pew! Pew pew! Zoanthropes are amazing. Not only did their new model last edition it looks so much better than their model previous to that, but it's got a sweet model and even better rules. Honestly, Zoanthropes, in my opinion, are a staple to any Tyranid army. Let's go through their weapons, shall we? They have Strength to Toughness 4, like a Space Marine, 2 wounds, Ballistic Skill 4, Leadership 10, which is good because they're Psychers. They have Warp Field, which is really awesome. It's a 3+ invulnerable save, so these things will get shot the crap. They'll be decimated with shots from las, cannons, missile launchers, anything strength up or toughness, trying to just take these things out, giving them instant death. Thank goodness they have a 3+ invuln. Otherwise, they die immediately from one unit's shooting every time. And they have 2 different psychic powers, Warp Blast and Warp Lance, which are basically the same weapon basically, but one's focused and one's a blast, as the as the names imply, I guess. Warp Blast, Strength 5, AP 3, Assault 1 blast. Not a large blast, kind of disappointing. But it sure does kill the Space Marines. Yeah, they make dying very good. How much would y'all hate me if I talk like that all the time now, just for fun? Yes, the Zoanthropes have making Zone 2 powers. The first one is good for killing Space Marines, and the second one will take out the German tanks. They will kill them all. The Panzers will go down. They will not be here. Just in case any of you were wondering or thinking about joining the Germans, just know that we have the Zoanthropes, and they will kill your tanks with the lance weapon. Wow, that was horrible. I don't know what happened. Warp Lance. Warp Lance is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to read you the stats, and then if you don't already know them, you're not going to believe it, so I'm going to show them to you. As many of you may know, Eldar and Dark Eldar Codex has invented a lot of new rules that are now mainstream rules in 40k. One of which is the Lance rule. The Lance rule, unless you're shooting at a monolith, takes your armor value if it's over 12 and drops it down to 12. So Land Raiders and Leman Russ are armor 12 when you're shooting with a lance weapon. Now, in previous things with the Eldar and Dark Eldar, they were like, let's not be cheap. There won't be a single lance weapon with a strength over 8 or an AP below 2. So you don't get pluses to the damage because it's AP 1. And you still need a 4+ to glance a Land Raider. The Warp Lance has gone ahead and said, let's not care about that. Strength 10, Armor Piercing 1 on a lance weapon. Can you see that? Is it actually? Yeah, look at that. Strength 10, Armor Piercing 1. The only downside to it is that it's 18-inch range. As I'll tell you in another video, that's not really even a downside. So, honestly, if you don't take a Zoanthrope, you're kind of stupid. Yeah, Strength 10, AP 1 Lance. That means a 2+, you're glancing a Land Raider, and you get +1 on the damage table. On a 3, you got a pen. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're really good. And honestly, the points don't matter, like in Whose Line Is It Anyway, because, let's just face it, you'd still take it if it were 1,000 points. Okay, its actual points are 60 points. 60 points for one of these things. So for 120 points, you can easily basically kill any vehicle you want every turn that they're still alive. So, cheers. Seriously, guys, I didn't actually leave just now. So how would I use the Zoanthropes? Zoanthropes should always go in a Spore. Always go into my aesthetic Spore. Walking them across the field will ensure that they die before they do anything. Another thing with the Zoanthropes are that you can always get 2. 3 I think is overkill. I mean, you can get 3 if you want, but 2 is usually enough. And it keeps the points low. I mean, honestly, if they can kill 2 in a turn, they can kill 3. And if 2 don't do anything to a vehicle, 3, man, it might do something, but honestly, I don't think it's worth the points. I found that 2 squads of 2 Zoanthropes dropping in Spores is really the most effective way to take out anything you need to. It's a great distraction, too, by the way. If you may have seen in the last video, I see this a lot, because in the last video was the only video where I played mids. But Zoanthropes dropping by those Exorcists and the Land Raider tied up all 3 of those units for almost the entire game. I mean, they didn't get to gun down like any of my monstrous creatures after turn 1, so definitely worth it for that.